Welcome back to Detroit. While we were gone, Sean Rash in the 4th. Gets the ball to drop in the 5th. Messenger just missing the 10. Would clean it up, though. Devaney in the 5th. He would leave the head pin and the 9 pin on the spare attempt. Changes balls, going from urethane to resin, and Devaney in the 6th. Pays off with the strike. Back to action now. Rash up in the 6th and up 36 pins. Well, Devaney made the ball adjustment, got himself a strike, but it doesn't matter as long as Rash keeps dropping the rack.
Sean Rash is lined up. Now all he has to do is make good shots and repeat. There it is, 25th board. A lot of power, a lot of wrist cup. That yo-yo effect with the wrist at the bottom of the swing, creating all those revolutions. 460 RPMs. That's a lot.
Hey. Good shot.
Remember, the 7-10 split has only been made 3 times in the history of television, but I've been told there's an opportunity to make it here. Guys were saying, hey, man, somebody leaves a 7-10 split on television here. We've been bouncing pins out all week long.
Look at the kick on that one.
Shot.
And I like how Rash is not getting down on himself about that with a big lead. And Devaney. Just when you think he's got things figured out between the lane and the ball,
3-6-10.
he drops a 3-6-10 on you.
Wash out. 3-6-10.
And he had a 3-6-10 on this lane in the 1st as well.
Solid, followed it up with a solid 9 on that lane, then followed that up with a washout and back with a 3-6-10. So that's telling me he has absolutely no idea what to do on the right lane. You're going to see what makes Mike Devaney such a great player. It's versatility. We talk about it all the time. Mike Devaney's throwing urethane on the right lane. Then he changed to reactive resin on the left. There's the line he's playing with urethane. Pretty straight up the second arrow. Check out the line he's playing with reactive resin. Some 20 boards left. The blue line represents what we used to do in the 80s. The red line is how we bowl today.
And that will help his cause.
Yeah, now he'll make an adjustment on the right lane. Looks like he's got the left lane, and that gives him a chance. He can strike out for 203. Sean Rash is in the high 190s, so there is still a chance.
And Rash coming in off an open frame. Had the 7-10 last frame, punished the 10, left the 7. Looking for his 5th strike of this match.
Look out. And it was wide as soon as it left his hand.
It had a different sound to it as well. Nothing was working right on that one.
That ball actually started inside of target, but was so angular through the front, it got way wide and had no chance of getting back. This is all of a sudden becoming a very interesting match.
1-2-10. Just the 2.
And again, remember what happened last week when Sean Rash got up in the 10th frame, let the 3-6-9-10 and whiffed all 4 pins. That ended up costing him the match.
Well, the 7th and 8th frames of this match may be the one that costs him this one. We begin the foundation frame. Rash up 12, but back-to-back open frames.
Are you kidding me?
What has happened?
Just when it looked like he was lined up.
Good shot.
Just when it looked like he was lined up and was running away with this, all of a sudden disaster in the last 2 frames.
I don't really make that.
Devaney 3 strikes in his last 5 frames.
Well, this is the adjustments that Mike Devaney has been trying on the right lane, none of which have been successful. His last shot, he moved in with reactive resin. It cuts through the nose. This is a big shot for him. Let's see what kind of adjustment he makes off of the last shot on this right lane.
Still strikeless on that right lane. Does anybody want this?
And it's amazing that we have an even match right now. 3 opens in a row by Sean Rash. Mike Devaney still can't hit the right lane, but he can he can spare this strikeout in the 10th frame and not lose.
Look a little.
There's your spare.
Wow. Not only is it interesting on the first ball.
10 frames.
All right, 3 strikes in the 10th frame. Mike Devaney has 183. 3 strikes in the 10th frame for Sean Rash. He has 183. We'll have to go to a roll-off. I know how much you like roll-offs, Rob.
Almost as much as ham bones. Beginning in the 4th frame, Devaney's been strike, spare, strike, spare, strike, spare. And Rash can just sit and watch. A big strike there for Devaney to open up the 10th.
And here's the thing, because Mike Devaney was the number 12 seed, Sean Rash the number 17 seed, if they do go to sudden death, Mike Devaney will have choice of starting lane and order. That could prove to be huge.
Fifth straight strike on that left lane.
What a comeback for Mike Devaney in this match. It started with a pocket 7-10 by Sean Rash in the 7th frame, and then 2 more opens to follow that.
Devaney was a disaster through 3. Open frame, spare, spare. Got a strike to clean it up in the 4th, and then another open frame in the 5th. He's figured it out since then, but Rash has collapsed as well.
Stay there.
No! That may be huge.
Come on.
182. That close to a 183.
Sean Rash needs all 3 in the 10th to win by 1.
This is good stuff, folks. He has 4 strikes this match. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. We are on the right lane right now. Done. Devaney moves on.
Boy, you could just see it in Sean's face how disappointed he is when he had the match well in hand. And all of a sudden, a great shot leaving him a pocket 7-10 completely turned around this match.
It has been a rough pair of weeks for Sean Rash. Yes, he makes the shows, but he bows out in the semis both weeks and both times in really disappointing fashion. So our men's final is set, and when we return, we go underneath Thunderbolt lanes. Seriously, we're going to go underneath it.